Hello, 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 Intuition of the Soul Tribe. And we are here with your vibe of the week. We've got a lot of information, so we're going to get going. But I'm going to have Kitty start with a card that she pulled for her and I, but so relevant for this
Yeah.
week and for everybody watching. So, Kitty, share that card.
It really is. So the great James Wanless, Wisdom, this is his white squirrel deck, and it is asking for your inner spirit for counsel. Follow it. Perfect information for this week because we're going to be issuing a challenge about writing things down. So when you come next Sunday, you'll have your map available, but we'll talk about that. But the actual advice from the white squirrel is, look both ways before you cross the street. Plan ahead, but don't hold on to the plan. Stay active, eat plenty of fiber, spend time with nature, go out on a limb. It's okay to be a little nuts. Wisdom.
And I so love that, Kitty, because that's what I'm getting a sense of this energy is going to be like. It's not going to be kind of your just linear straight in the line, like I'm just taking, everything and it's just flowing. No, it's going to be the squirrel energy. Like you're going to start something and you're going to get squirreled and, something else is going to come up. And so it's about how do you react to that energy as well? So are you going to become frustrated? Are you going to get angry? Are you going to, have any of that more lower vibrational negative, feelings come forth because you're going to be pulled off your game quite a bit. But that's okay. That's okay because that's the energy here. And so I think that I think it's going to be okay, but you have to figure out how you want to react to that. So I pulled some cards, and the first one I got was number 5, communication. Speak up and be heard. Okay, 5 is communication. So there might be a time in your week where you do get pulled off your game, and maybe maybe you aren't going to be so happy about it, or maybe it's not going to feel right at that time. But, communication, it's all about communication. And I feel like it's also communicating with yourself. What are you telling yourself? What are you listening to? So it's an inner communication as well as an outside communication. And almost I feel like this is more inner. And look at in the bottle, there's a message. So I love that, which that also kind of makes me think inside the bottle, there's a message. So it feels like maybe it's even an inner communication that you're doing with yourself. And then I got number 16, gold, the cup of replenishment. Well, you can't get a much more beautiful card than this, the cup of replenishment. And even though this energy is going to feel scattered and pulled, in the end, if you listen to some of the things that Kitty is going to tell you and some of the challenge she has, this is where you end up. This is really where you end up, is with this cup of replenishment. So you need to be patient with yourself and with others because of that squirrel energy, because this is ultimately how it will all play out with the cup of replenishment. And I also got 55 red, safety, strength, and power. I love this card, and it does feel very strong. He has the peace pipe there. So this makes me feel like when Kitty was talking about the squirrel energy, nature, grounding, Zen-like, this is that inner strength. You can see its power, and in the silence. And when you're doing some of that grounding, there is a lot of power that comes from that. And you get a lot of strength from being outside and doing those things to take care of yourself. So use this energy as well as you are trying to, again, get through this week. It's not going to, that it feels like it's going to be a bad week. It just feels like it's going to be a very scattered week. So it could lead to some frustration for some people that kind of want to just go in that straight line.
Well, I think that's really important because one of the things is There'll be surprises, but it's how you look at them. They're fun surprises. They're giving you information. And that's part of our challenge. Where's my paradigm looking at this?
Yes, beautiful. And then I also got the 7 of Cups here. And it's beautiful. If you can see that, she's really gazing into that crystal, and it looks like she's contemplating things, you know? So this is about choices, about things that are coming into her life or are in her life at this time. And she's really contemplating all those little choices and all those things thus far, because I really feel like there are some big changes coming. So it might not be a bad idea to kind of, just kind of contemplate things in your life, choices that you're making and places that you want to go. I think that's what I have, Kitty, because I know that there's a lot going on in our planetary life. So, and you have a challenge you want to issue, and we want to make sure that we don't forget to invite everybody to the 8/8 Lionsgate special live broadcast with Get Spooky Society on Sunday, next Sunday. So anyways, I'm handing it off to you, Kitty, and I'll let you go, and then I'll finish up with a few cards at the end.
And I'm going to try to be a little succinct because there just is so much. So the challenge this week is write it down. When something, some synchronicity happens, write it down. When something changes in your schedule, write it down. Write down your reaction to it. Looking at the elemental piece. Is it an air reaction, my head? Is it an emotional reaction, my heart? Is it a physical reaction, the earth? Or is it a fire and energy reaction? Because you are getting information this week coming to this opening of 8/8 portal, which is about timelines. This one's about the decade. And so writing this down is going to help you put your own map together and take a look at it. The other thing we're going to do on intuition of the soul, which we've been doing, but we will do one every week, is we will be reposting one of our programs. So maybe this week you can make a commitment to watching them, so to see if something else resonates with you, because things are going to change this week. So today starts with self-communication. This week, Uranus is the big player. It's in a square to Saturn, and Uranus is, however you look at it, it's either chaos or it's the awakener. I choose to look at it as something, when there's in the chaos, it's waking me up to do something. And that's how I'm going to look at it this week in the change. Because we're in the sign of Leo, and Leo is also about the humanitarian and the wants to love and wants to be, that's where our sun is right now. And so right now it's working with that Mercury in Pisces, and today we're to activate the spirit part of that. So working together, make the goal with spirit, because spirit's going to be talking to you all week. It just is. And how it comes in what elemental form is going to be kind of up to you. And that's one reason writing it down, looking at it, will help you with kind of looking at, oh, here was a little click picture to come up with, so you can see a pattern. Because there's a lot of earth energy this week. There's a lot of very practical, get stuff done. And so here the universe is telling you to get stuff done, and things are changing. So it's to look at, what does that activate? Where is my work? That is the work of this week. It's a doing kind of week. There's a social component to it. Changes that come can be fun. It's how you look at them. But there's going to be changes. 2 weeks ago, I said we're in a doorway. Last week, I said unhook. Today is recalibrate that unhooking for the week. As I unhook, have I been unhooking? How am I going to recalibrate, reset? Because this square with Uranus and Saturn, which is Aquarius with Taurus, is help be resolved, because the square is about pushing and it's about wanting you to really look at it, is resolved with the energy of Leo, which we're all in. So we've got this week, and the energy of Scorpio, the energy of change, and the energy of I'm going to love it and I'm going to jump in and do it. So those are the kinds of things, when those come up this week, write them down, write them down, write them down, just so you can take a look back at them. There's a whole lot of things coming into play this week. Our moon starts out this week and is going to be moving through air signs, moving through fire, and including Scorpio in the change. So it's really kind of important because we're going to end the week actually in the Leo energy and then move it into that. There is a lot of things coming up. Mercury this month is in 3 different signs. I looked up the date. Mercury this month is in, it's in Leo right now. It's going to be moving into Virgo Earth. And then at the end of the month, it moves into air. And so a lot of things are happening and when I look at where all the planets are, the sun's in Leo, the moon's right today is in Taurus, Mercury's in Leo, Venus and Mars are both in Libra, Jupiter and Saturn are retrograde in Aquarius, Uranus is in Taurus, Pluto is in Aquarius retrograde, and Chiron is in Aries retrograde, and Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces, our only thing in water right now. So emotions, there's a lot of support for a lot of things. Meanwhile, several of our asteroids that we're just learning about, including Eris, are retrograde. And anything that's retrograde is about inner work. So there's a lot of stuff going on inner-wise this week. That's why pay attention to it, because we come into this portal that's 8-8, the Lion's Gate. It's on a Sunday, so there's Christianity in prayer. It's the beginning of the Islamic calendar. It's the new moon in Leo, and it's also Lion's Gate, which is about looking at timelines and energy. Big day, and there's a lot of quietness in the day. So make a plan for next week, including looking at what you've recorded this week. Opportunities are there. It's evolved reactions to it as we learn. The day before, it's self-expanding, getting yourself unstuck to be open to the possibilities. And one of the ways we do that is we look for patterns. And so looking at the wisdom, it's going to feel disjointed, but it's not. It really isn't. And you pulling it down will bring you much more luck. So, and do things this week to help yourself with this. Maybe watch one of the old programs every day, get some other kind of learning. Because we have a challenge to follow through next Sunday about this. And you're going to see a pattern and kind of figure out where is the best place for me to step into that.
Well, that's a lot. I got to ask you a personal question, though, because I have Taurus, and I have Scorpio, and I have Leo, and I have all those signs. So it's going to be really crazy for me this week. And I'm telling you, people, if you don't have a friend as an astrologer, you need one, because whenever I need that advice, I go to Kitty and go, hey, I can't keep all that stuff up in my head. There's so much to learn about astrology. Kitty is wonderful. She knows a lot. Or if it puzzles her, she knows how to find it. So just put a plug in there. If you haven't had a reading, again, you need one from Kitty. But it's great to have a friend like that, because I can't keep all that stuff up there.
Well, one of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to kind of find a way that we can check in every month to do that for people, because it isn't about, I have to follow the stars. But if I know what the energies are, I can go, that's what's kind of going on. And often there's a lot of things. This is a particularly strange time with all of these planets, including asteroids. I mean, of the asteroids, I think there's only one that's direct. Every single other one is retrograde. And plus we're going into this is not in the astrology world, but it is. There's this new photonic light that happens every 12,000 years that we've been getting little pulses. It starts in September. And so it's a whole other level of getting new information. There's just so much going on that, sometimes self-care is going to be important this week. And this week, follow those nigglings, just follow them. God, I feel like I need to take time off. Take it off.
Yes. And you know what? I love that. I love the idea of having a place to kind of come and check in on your particular energies, because again, it's not about following them. It's about understanding how it is playing out for you. So again, you can make the best choices or do what's good for you and stuff like that. So I think that's great.
If you're a water sign, I happen to be a water sign, Scorpio, there's not a lot of things happening in water right now. So if you're, so it can manifest obviously 2 different ways. One, you kind of feel like, I'm an emotional wreck, or 2, I just kind of feel disconnected. So but part of that is not having this water energy. I'm a Leo moon, so you always act from your moon. Moon is where we react from. That's our private
Mhm.
energy. So mine is being, activated. And there's a lot of Leo. There's a lot of Earth this week, though. There's, both Venus and
Yes.
Mars are in Virgo. Uranus, that this awakener that's happening, is an Earth thing. So
Yeah.
when you get that urge to do something physical, do it. Absolutely. And if it changes your plans, changes your plans.
Yeah. I love that. I just love that. There's so much going on, but you know what? It's about your attitude again. It's about just going, okay, I'm just gonna take it in as it comes, and just being flexible, just going with the
So
flow.
let's start with the flexibility. My husband hasn't been feeling very well and he's been in the house. Right now, he's decided to turn on the blower outside. And we're
Uh,
recording. It is what it is, folks.
well, I saw mine walk by a couple times too, so no big deal.
Mhm.
So I got these new cards when I was on my little break, my little vacation. They're called Soul Food, and I like it. And it says soulful nourishment for the body, mind, emotions, and spirit. So the first one says, I'm 100% responsible and accountable for my choices. Okay. And what were we just kind of talking about there? You're 100% responsible and accountable for your choices. And I think this feels like, how are you going to choose to take in that energy this week and just go with the flow? Okay. I take complete ownership for this beautiful body I am creating. So I love this. And the next one I got was, today I feed and receive positive feelings. So that's good
Perfect.
too, because I was thinking, like, as Kitty had just said, take it in, take whatever it is, and make sure you take it in positively. Whatever messages you're getting, whatever, like if sensations, there'll be a lot of spirit communication. Just remember to take it in,
Mhm.
with that positive attitude. And we create and attract what we put our attention on. So have uplifting, positive feelings this week. So I like those. Those are kind of some cool cards, and it gives you some other things on the back, but I just thought those were fun. So,
And that's a really good point too. If you're a person that pulls cards for yourself daily, this week, just in particular, write them down.
oh, yeah.
You know, if you
And you
find
only have
yourself
to pull one. You can just
right,
set your intention for, what do I need to know right now today? Pull
right,
one
and
card.
well, if you buy a crystal this week, what's
Yeah.
the property that you were attracted to this week? There's
That's
just this
a good idea.
extra information available this week. That's all I can tell you. You know,
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we will, I'm sure, see you sometime this week on our private group. And Kitty's got one more thing to say.
Thursday, Carrie Farmer,
There you go.
8 p.m. It's a great week for Carrie to come because she really does this delving into the soul. Now she uses a game board that she has created that has quadrants, that has this intuitive piece. And again,
It's
whatever we come up,
fascinating. And
it is
she uses
absolutely,
it with cards, even. So those of you that are like the cards, she uses it with cards as well.
and
You're going to love it.
you are absolutely going to love it. But again, it's no accident it's this week. It's no
Yeah.
accident that we're going to be playing in order some of the people that have been on with us. Yesterday I put Michelle Brandenburg's back on. Today I put Stephanie Getz and ours that we did about manifesting with the moon this whole week. So just know there is a pattern emerging in the awakening. Big player this week, Uranus, the awakening. Normally the planet of chaos. Also be aware the 3D level isn't necessarily going to understand this. So it may be a little chaotic at that level. And so just be aware of think about how you want to approach that this week. Might be a great week to unplug, might be a great week to, but certainly next Sunday, make yourself a plan for that day.
And next Sunday, join us for our live 8-8
At 8.
Lionsgate at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with our good friends Get Spooky Society. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a
It's
lot
going to
of
be
fun.
fun. I'm going
The
to
day's
actually,
going to be crazy, and so we'll be on there, and it'll be
you
so
know,
much fun.
Amy's going to be reading the energy from the cards. I'm going to be reading the actual chart of the day. Stephanie's going to be talking about where we've been with the moon and the manifesting. We hope Tina's able to join us. She's going to be
Yeah.
working with cards too, but it will be fun and informative. There's a reason it's on together. So
Yes. All right.
thank you
right,
for intuition of the
everybody.
soul. All right. Bye.
Yes. Bye. Aloha. Oi.
Aloha. Oi.
Bye.